Welcome to the Who Suggested This podcast, a podcast hosted by the double D's, Big D, Little D, Female D, Male D, the D.
Which one am I?
D squared. One of your Big D. Little D?
Yes. And male D.
And Male D.
Good job.
LM.
Little man.
Little man. It's Christmas. Jingle, 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 jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle,
jingle, bite me.
Bite her. Him. Bite the little man.
The little man.
Bite the little man.
I'm Drake.
Shit. I'm other person.
Drake and Drake.
Drake and Drake. Welcome to the Drake and Drake podcast, hosted by Drake and Drake. That's me and myself.
Hi.
And that's what I sound like half the
I'm
time.
6.
Shit.
That's
The only podcast where at Christmas time we travel back in time to find versions of ourselves to podcast right alongside that we look nothing like. This week we did a movie called FATMAN.
FATMAN.
Just another classic Christmas love story.
It is.
Sort of. Between like Santa and Mrs. Claus.
That was some love.
There was some love there. They made love.
Oh, they did.
Spoilers. Old Mel Gibson hanky-panky.
Yummy.
Everybody's excited about it. So yeah, we did FATMAN. We watched the movie FATMAN, courtesy of our designated holiday suggestion, courtesy of our designated holiday recommendation man, JR. Yeah. As far as season 1 of the Who Suggested This podcast goes, I believe he has suggested every holiday film we've done.
He did Thanksgiving. And did he do a Halloween one? Our theory's going down the trash.
He's done at least 2.
He's done 2.
And
he's got some work in the works.
I will say that he has suggested other holiday movies for holidays that have not arrived yet.
I know, yeah. Well, he suggests the movies, and we're like, that'd be a perfect one for that specific holiday.
And he's like, what? No, I can't wait that long.
Is it time yet? Can I suggest this yet?
I'm like, buddy, it's on there. It's in the works.
It's in there.
It's in
the noggins.
There's a timeline for this sort of thing. Honestly, we record every podcast on the same day. Spoilers. Yeah, all of these podcasts got recorded in August of 2019. So
yeah,
everything that we say that seems topical, we're just guessing.
We're just guessing.
Oh, we just do little costume changes.
Yeah, it's just
I strap on a different beard per week.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
Me too.
What the weirdest part is that we got a camera midway through the day.
Yeah,
and started doing YouTube.
It got delivered on Amazon. You know, sometimes it takes a couple hours.
We thought about it halfway through the day. So here we are recording in August of 2019 per usual.
And it weirdly happened. I got sick. So I feel like I might make some weird noises. Just go with it.
Go with it. She's over it. It's fine. Don't worry about that couple of minute week that I had COVID.
Yeah. At least I don't have COVID, so I can at least be around people.
Yeah. So she was able to make it to the recording for the few minutes. She didn't have to go and do like a baby quarantine.
Yeah.
This is a weird bit we're doing.
It's a really long bit.
I like it. I like the bit.
Okay.
I like it a little bit.
Okay.
FATMAN.
FATMAN is the actual name of the movie.
FATMAN.
It stars actually Mel Gibson, and it actually came out in 2020.
It also has that guy with a really big 5 head.
Oh, gosh. You know what? I did not look up anybody's names because I feel like I recognize people, but I didn't know.
5 head Johnson.
5 cast. Let's see. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, 5 head Johnson.
Never would have guessed that in my life.
Like take my forehead and be like, boop, 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 and then that's his normal forehead size.
Yeah, and everyone else in the movie doesn't matter either. It's Mel Gibson.
The movie starts with Santa being real sad because all the kids are being jerks. He's driving in his Ford pickup truck to his P.O. box to pick up some mail, and he's listening to the news, and the kids are being jerks. They're just jerks. And he goes to the bar and drinks and creeps out a guy who's hitting on a bar lady.
Well, yeah, Santa
What
knows
do they,
everybody.
what do they call the bar ladies? The ones that serve the drinks?
Bar wenches.
A bar wench.
Mhm.
There's a man hitting on a bar wench, and he's, married, and Santa be creepy with that man and be like, yo, go back to your wife, dude. And he's like, you don't know me.
It's to show that like Santa can just like he knows everybody.
He knows everybody.
I'm assuming his power works by just like looking at someone and being like,
He just recognizes them. It's not a power. He just knows.
I think it's a
They
power.
they don't magic up this Santa. He's a little magic, but they don't magic him up.
They magic him up in subtle ways.
Yeah.
But I think that's magic.
Yeah, they don't like it, it's mostly it's the giving that keeps him young,
That is a fact.
and allows him to heal from bullet wounds.
The elves told us that one.
Wow.
Well, no, that giving
Who also aren't magic.
They're not.
They just have a good diet and rest regimen, and that's how they work.
But Santa sees this guy and he's like, what do your wife and kid think about this? And the guy's like, well, I wasn't actually going to do nothing about that.
I wasn't. And he's like, mm-hmm.
How about I pay for your beer and you go home?
Then he puts an Alka-Seltzer in his Jack Daniels.
A little shot.
his little nip shot.
And
little
then just,
tiny baby shot.
just a quick way to fizz it up.
Yeah, just fizzes the nip. Just has a fizzy nip. That's a real thing.
And the bar wench comes out. How come anytime you're always here? I
go home alone.
I was like, I don't think that sentence I said made sense.
Yeah, no. You were close, and we got there. How come anytime you're drinking a fizzy nip, I go home
alone?
And he's just like, my bad luck, I guess. Yuck. And then we learn about some of the other characters in the film. Tiny little spoiled boy
who's little shit.
Who is supposedly smart. I don't know. He's doing a science fair project for thermodynamics. Nope. Hydrodynamic. Hydro.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not saying nope to that.
Don't stop the rock to the bang bang.
So he's a rich ass kid, and he says in the speaker, "You better have my project done. I'm leaving." And then he has an absentee father. He lives with like his granddaddy. And he has like, I don't know why, but he wants to wear all of his best of show pins around the house.
Yeah, he's got blue ribbons. He's like a prized horse.
And he goes to school for the science project.
I thought he had done the science project. He didn't do it. Somebody else did it.
No, I think that was like a line at the beginning. He like was over the intercom, like, "Have it ready. I'm about to leave." And they're like, "Yes, sir."
Oh, so
he's a cheater.
Are you trying to say the maid did it?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody did it.
That's the only person he ever talked to over the intercom.
Yeah. So she did it, or somebody did. I don't know. Either way, he's a cheater.
Somebody who can do hydroelectricity stuff did his science project. But I mean, he explained it to the people.
Yeah,
he ain't a dumb kid.
You could fake it.
He's just an idiot kid.
You just gotta memorize.
A bad kid.
Anyway, so he's just a little piece of shit, and so he gets second place. So the main girl, he calls his hitman, and's like, "I need you to take care of this."
Yeah. So he goes and kidnaps this little girl, brings her over to his house. He threatens her with a car battery, and some like zappies.
And it's just like, "Tell them you cheated."
And then she did.
And she did. So he got his badge, and
He wins, and we learned that he's a little fucktard.
But he also writes letters to Santa.
This is where he writes letters to Santa, and we learn that the hitman is obsessed with Santa.
He's obsessed.
He's got a little Santa obsession. Whenever he lets the girl go, he's like, "Hey, just know that in 2 days, like that fat man gonna slip down your chimney, and he's gonna leave you some sick prezzies." And not everybody gets that.
No, because he didn't.
Right. He only got one little car ever.
And he has like a side business. When he's not hitting people, he has a little shop or whatever where people come and pawn off their Santa gifts. Because like all their little Santa gifts have like made in Santa's workshop on them, and they go and sell it to him. And he bought a baseball bat for $900.
Yeah, well, the guy tried to sell it for $2,000. So that guy like was thinking, what are your childhood dreams worth to you? $2,000. I'll give you $900 for it. That's not even going to get me halfway to sending my daughter to space camp. Yeah. Take it or leave it. Walk your fat ass out of here.
Well, he got his $900, and the guy got the bat.
There it is. He got a bat now.
So, hitman pawn shop entrepreneur.
He also has a gerbil. Or a hamster?
Hamster.
I don't know the difference.
I thought he was crazy, so he picked up the hamster and like.
She thought he was gonna eat the hamster.
No, I didn't think he was gonna eat it. I thought he was gonna do something mean to it. I thought he was gonna do something mean to it. Give it a little kiss, and I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe he loves his hamster. Like that's his redeeming quality.
Yeah.
He's a hamster man.
Maybe I do like him.
He's a hamster
He's just
man.
a little bad boy. What's wrong with that?
He's a little bad.
He's a little bad boy, but he has a soft heart.
He's got a soft heart for hamsters. But boy, does he kill a lot of people.
He does.
Including an entire military base.
But sometimes things just need to be done. But as long as you have a good heart.
This is your get shit done guy.
Yeah, he just gets shit done.
He just gets shit done.
I'd feel safe.
He's got a sword attached to his shin.
If that was my man, I'd feel safe.
Oh no. So now we've been introduced to all the characters. Mostly Santa's wife she's a real doll. She's a doll. Love that woman. She makes cookies.
I do like her.
She makes little folders because he's having a tough time. You know, when we're introduced to Santa, he's outside shooting shit.
Yeah.
He's outside shooting cans on the fence, and she's like, "Well, have fun shooting your garbage."
Fair point.
And you know, we work it out. But she like makes little folders of all of the kids that he's given presents to and affected their lives, and then keeps track of them as they grow up.
The reason
is creepy, I guess. But hold on.
It's okay because they're Santa.
Oh, it's okay because he's Santa. It's okay because he's Santa. It's okay. It's not stalking.
No, you can't call it creepy if you allow this man to know if you're good and bad, to give you presents.
It just happens.
No, you accept it. We all accept it.
Them's the rules and you accept.
In this world. And they allow him to come into his house. They offer him treats.
Not everybody. Some people shoot him.
Yeah, that's true. But those people can bitch about it. But he's nice and he gives them presents and takes their cookies. So you're not allowed to call him creepy for checking in on you as an adult.
All I'm saying is if you shoot Santa, then you're allowed to complain.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because, I mean.
So,
this
year. Yes.
The reason. So Santa's upset, like we said before, because all these kids are being bad little shits.
One of them dropped a bowling ball and made a 30-car pile up.
Yeah, no one fears the Santa threat anymore of getting coal. But anyway, but because of that, their production of toys is down because they don't have anybody to give toys to.
And the U.S. government mad at them.
The government has a contract with Santa saying, like, here, we give you money to do your production all year long. But they're like, no, it's contingent on the amount of toys you make. And he's like, so he only gets like half a check. And then they're like, but we can help you if you allow us to use your little factory to make some things in your off time. And he says, no.
And then changes his mind later.
Changes his mind like that.
Because
they're poor.
Because Christmas is going to die.
Christmas is going to be over.
He even called Elon Musk. And Elon Musk wouldn't help him.
They wouldn't help him.
Elon Musk is like, no, apparently.
I mean, if Christmas is gone, what's going to happen? It's just going to go to the Jews.
Or there's other religious groups beyond that. Is Judaism the second biggest? I don't think so.
What's the second biggest? Like holiday wise.
It's got to be something in China. There's a lot of people over there.
There is.
What are they?
I don't care. Honestly, I'm not religious at all. I just celebrate Christmas for presents.
I like prezzies.
I'm cool celebrating whatever holiday y'all want to throw at me. I'll party.
Yeah. As long as I get a day off.
If I get days off and I get some alcohol.
Do you need some camo? You want me to go get you a camo hat? I got a camo hat.
I need my dip.
What is that? What are you doing?
You gotta smack the dip. You ever smack the dip?
Nope.
I haven't either, but that's what you do. Come on, you know.
Everybody knows about smacking the dip.
I'm gonna have to show you after. I'm gonna have to show you.
Yeah, let's go get a can of dip after, shall we?
I'll have to show you the videos. All right, so that's what Santa's dilemma is right now. We have everybody's dilemmas.
The scene has been set.
Everyone's dilemmas are on the table.
Well, almost.
No? Who?
Almost. Little Jimmy Shithead.
Oh, yeah, we haven't gotten to his dilemma.
Little Jimmy Shithead's dilemma is that after writing a letter to Santa, he got coal.
So surprising.
So he calls his hitman buddy and he's like, "Hey, I got some fucking beef I need you to settle." And hitman's like, "Whatever. What do you got?" And little Jimmy Shithead's like, I need you to kill Santa. And he's like, it's gonna be real hard. He's like, I know you got beef with Santa too. I know that we both want this man dead. If you're not interested, I'll just get. And he's like, no. I'm interested. I'm very interested. Hold on. I'm doing a bad impression. I'm interested. I'm very interested. This is his forehead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure everyone knew. I'm very
You need a
interested.
10 head.
That's what a 10 head looks like. I'm very interested. I'm very interested. And so he starts hunting for Santa Claus. Meanwhile, Santa and his elves, specifically elf number 7, who's the he's the elf. He's the go-to, the talking elf. They're
Manager
dealing
elf.
with the military. They're setting up military production facilities. The military's like, we've never seen production like this efficient. Y'all busting chops. Y'all doing it.
We should do this every year.
We should do this every year. Santa's like, this is a one and done deal. What if? Like, there's no way. And they're like, well, if you wait until next year, the deal might not be as sweet, Santa. And Santa's like, I'll save your number, whatever.
You're gonna get coal, sir.
Yeah.
Don't you threaten me?
You ready for big, fat, chunky lumps? That's what he says. He says chunky lumps. He does not. I made that up. That was a fib. I
don't blame the government for trying to get this to happen because they are a very efficient group of elves.
They're a very efficient group of elves.
They work for 24 hours. They only need
20 minutes of sleep every 8 hours.
20 minutes of sleep
and
every 8 hours.
Of carbs,
candy,
lots of carbs and sugars. Basic
lots of sugars and carbs.
Sugars and carbs.
That's why they live longer than humans.
They eat sugars and carbs 6 times a day, and they take 20-minute naps every 8 hours.
That's why things get done.
And that's why they live so long, because they're efficient at living.
Yeah,
and they're short.
And I mean, Santa was like, sorry to call you guys back from so soon. So obviously they get time off, but they were very happy to get back to work.
I know you're really excited to get started on Christmas for next season.
And they didn't seem.
You did this. This is the reason. We're both talking like this, and it's your fault.
How are we talking?
We ain't talking like no way. They're nothing weird with the way we're talking. This
ain't
is
nothing
normal.
weird.
This is no. To be fair, that's the music Santa was listening to up in Alaska. He was listening to like the weirdest yodeling Santa music I've ever heard.
I feel like Santa had a little bit of an accent.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Mel Gibson certainly had one.
Whatever happened? Like what?
Melly Boy?
Yeah, Melly Boy.
Whatever
I
happened?
thought he was canceled. How did he get this?
Look,
He redeemed himself? Was he canceled?
I think he was canceled back before canceling was really everything that it was. Like canceling just kind of happened because you were a shit, but nobody like did it intentionally.
Yeah.
Like he was lucky enough to be canceled before canceling was canceling.
I feel like did he just get crazy around Passion of the Christ?
Oh yeah, it was around that time, wasn't it? Like he got like real like he
and then he's just like, you are not a Christian.
calling people sugar tits.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he definitely called someone sugar tits.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I feel like it was a cop. I feel like he called a cop sugar tits.
That is not a cancelable offense. What is wrong with that?
Tell me if I'm wrong. This is a memory that I sort of kind of have from a decade ago. Let me know if that happened.
I feel like if that happened nowadays, everyone would be like,
well, at the time, people didn't hate cops as much, I think.
Yeah.
At the time, I think cops were in a better light. And so calling a cop sugar tits was like, ooh. But again, this is a memory that I might have made up. Let me know in the comments.
We don't fact check here.
Ain't fact checking shit.
We don't fact check shit.
No way, I'm just talking.
All right, back to the movie. Because Mel Gibson was fine in this, so we're just going to go with that.
I thought he did a great job.
And he had a black wife, so I was like, maybe don't hate black people after all.
Maybe not. I don't fucking know.
Oh God! Why did we have a platform? Who gave this to us?
No one gave it to us. Okay. So, Hitman now he's interested. He's trying to find where Santa is. He's doing all the basic finding Santa moves. First, he looked at a map of the North Pole. Then he called somebody. He called the operator in like a northern town and was like, "Hey, do you guys have anyone named Chris Cringle who lives up there?" And the operator hung up on him. And he's like, "Don't hang up on me!"
Does not like it hung up on.
There's abandonment issues, okay? His parents probably died, I think Santa implied.
Died, left.
Sucked.
Because you got a big forehead.
So big. It's like this. Like it goes all the way. It goes all the way.
Oh my god. I'm
Um,
sorry if you have a big forehead.
No.
I feel like I
Just
look
shave
like
your whole head.
I look like I could
Just
have a big
just
forehead.
shave the whole head if you got a big forehead. Make it look like you did it on purpose. Dwayne the Rock Johnson that shit. I'm helping you. It's because I like you. I'm trying to help.
I can't wait for you
to go bald.
to get a receding hairline. And then everyone's just gonna yell at you. Shave that shit.
I hope they do, because they'll be doing me a favor, because I'll need to be told.
Yeah.
I'll need to be told.
Okay. That's fair.
What
Sign that.
happens next? He figures it out. He works through it. He's like, go back to the basics. He starts wrestling with people, and then he decides to follow the letters.
Yes. He finds a nice postman.
He did break that guy's arm in jujitsu, though.
Oh yeah, I broke it.
I broke it.
He was so excited. And then that was it. That was like it just cut.
And then he's like, follow the letters. The basics have taught me that I need to just follow the post. So he kills a postman.
No, okay. This postman was so nice. So nice. He was just like, sir, what happens to those letters, Santa? And he's like, oh, they just go to like this guy, the postmaster, blah, 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 blah. You have a great day. Thanks. You too. Oh, phew. I was so sad. That's when I broke up with him in my mind. I was like, you're not a nice guy anymore.
Well, I mean, he's a bad boy.
Okay.
So now he puts on the dead postman's uniform and then goes to see the postmaster.
I love that title.
The postmaster?
Postmaster.
He goes to see the postmaster. He reaches the postmaster's office, and they have like a little back and forth.
Yeah, a little.
Where he's like, tell me where the letters go. Where's Rachel? And the postmaster's like, I'm not allowed to tell you. I just get a P.O. box. I don't know nothing, man. He's like, write it on the paper. And then the postmaster's like, reaching for the pen. He's like, it's to your left.
This is a long scene, but it was too
to
funny.
your other left. He finds it. He's like, write it in the book. He gives him the book. He's like, on a blank page.
It was so long.
Slow down. Write it legibly.
Write it legibly. It's like, get the gun out of his neck and let him write it down.
He's like, okay, thank you. Bang, bang, bang. Can't leave a trail. Postmaster's dead.
Postmaster.
He's
gone.
a dead postmaster. So then he finds where the P.O. box is. It's in Alaska, I think.
I think so. I think that's.
And so he road trips through Canada.
A long road trip.
It was a fun road trip. He made a stop at like a PetSmart, and he buys some stuff for his hamster, and he yells at a PetSmart lady because she was trying to sell him a snake.
Oh, she was like, you don't strike me as a hamster man. I think you're a reptile man. How about a chameleon? I don't want a chameleon.
How about a snake? I don't want a snake.
Snakes eat hamsters. And she's like, I'm usually right about this. People don't listen to me, but I'm usually right about this. He's like, you remind me of my mother.
And she was a bitch that didn't know how to shut the fuck up.
I loved it.
I'm a hamster man, goddammit. Give me a little wheel.
He loves a small furry creature.
That's my favorite small furry creature. It's my favorite, and I want it. Don't look at me, Ed.
They small furry creatures do. So then he leaves.
He has a moment. Then he back to road tripping.
And it's just like, yeah, shot him stopping, eating food.
Driving. Lots of driving.
Lots of different music.
Yep, the little montages, like where the hamster wheel's on the dashboard and now it's down in the seat and now there's like little hamster toys all around.
He let his little hamster play on the wheel.
He's staring
to look
at
out
a
the
little
window.
police car, which he's obsessed with.
He finds
the one toy Santa ever gave him.
Oh, and then he finds a little boy with a Santa plane, little toy plane, and then he's like, "I'll give you $150 for that." And I'm like, "How would that little kid know that that's a good amount of money? That's a lot of money?"
Well, he started with 100.
Yeah, and then the little kid's like,
"Nah." 150.
But 150.
Okay, I'm set.
Like I knew it.
It's not my fault. The movies write themselves. The lines write themselves.
Okay. And so he continues, and then he ends up in Canada, and then he goes all the way up to Alaska, and then
Yep. Well-known Alaska, the northernmost state in the Union.
Yeah, so you start down here in the United States, then you go up to Canada, right there, and then you go up to Alaska, right there.
There it is.
And that's how that works.
There it is.
So he ends up in Alaska, and
say
he
popsicle.
popsicles. I got some popsicles in my cellar.
So after the rape scene with the popsicles in the cellar, which is not in this movie, if that's in a different thing.
He buys an outfit.
He buys an out. Well, so not first before he buys the outfit, he finds the PO box and he goes inside and he talks to the postman at the PO box and he's like, "Hey, I'm just looking for my buddy. We used to work together. All I remember is his PO box." And he's like, "Whoa, which PO box is it? It's this one right here. Oh, you must be talking about Chris." Yes, I'm talking about Chris. Chris is who I'm obviously speaking of.
But he knew his name.
Can you give me some contact information for Chris? And he's like, "Oh, sorry, he never gave us any contact information." It was at this time Barwinch comes in.
Barwinch.
And he's like, "Never gave you any contact." Okay. Is he still driving that green Chevy? And Barwinch is like, "Red Ford." Of course, Red Ford.
Of course.
Now he goes clothes shopping and he's like, "Green sucks. I hate brown. This material makes me look fat." And he's like going through the whole store, just like being real angry about all the fucking clothes until he gets to like a white assassin ski snowsuit.
Which actually makes the most sense because he was also commenting on the different kind of camo.
Mhm.
And I was like, the camo for this area is definitely just plain pure white.
And then the store was like, "What can I help you with something? Can you let me know about what you're looking for instead of just insulting all of my merchandise?" And so he's like, "Oh, obviously I want this suit that was made for an assassin in the snow." And he's like, "Oh, that's great material."
You got man of good taste.
So he buys that, and then he goes back and pees in a bottle for a while he waits for Chris to show up at the post office.
Yep. And then he tries to snipe him out.
Well, yeah. Well, hold on. Well, first Chris is in a great mood.
He's in a great mood.
Okay, because Mrs. Claus put a little package together of some kids that he'd given toys to as children who grew up to follow their dreams. Okay,
Yeah.
He gave a little girl a fire truck. She's a firefighter now. He gave a little boy a kitchenette, like a little easy bake oven, and he's a chef now.
This is a progressive movie. Little boy gets an easy bake oven, and a little girl gets a fire truck. See, girls can have man jobs and man can have girl responsibilities.
I didn't even think of that, but you're right.
Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
Isn't that just darling?
That's darling.
Bless their little heart.
Bless their little grown-up jobs. So
this is our grown-up job.
We're in trouble.
Santa gave me a microphone.
No.
So yeah, he goes into the post.
Help me! I'm bad at my job.
Santa's in a good mood. He's at the post office.
He goes to the post office, and the post office guy's like, "Hey, your friend was looking for you." And he's like, "You look like a military type. You couldn't find shit up his asshole."
That's him. Because he was obviously talking to other guys in suits and stuff from the government. So he was just like, "Does it look like government man?" And like, and he's like, "Yep." And he's like, "Thanks."
Couldn't find shit up his asshole.
Damn, that's incompetence.
But that's where it goes. So then he goes to the bar and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Here, what can I get you?" And he's like, "Oh, just some warm milk. I just checking in on you, making sure you're okay." Oh, right. But when he steps outside the post office, the assassin was going to shoot him in the middle of the city.
No one saw him in his car across the parking lot with a big like
rifle sticking out the window.
But then, so luckily, a semi came by and blocked Santa.
Save Santa, yeah. So then he follows him back to his house. But when Santa goes through the military checkpoint, he pulls off and he like runs past it, and then he runs up to like watch. There's a military checkpoint now because Santa is producing military supplies for the government,
as we touched on earlier. But they have like a whole military setup.
They set up a whole thing, so Santa is more protected than ever. This is the best time for an assassin to ever show up, you would think, for Santa's sake. But the assassin, walks up and he looks. He's like, "Okay, all right, that's where he's parking. That's where he lives. Okay, I understand, and I think I know how I'm gonna attack this place." So he runs back to his car. He grabs all of the guns out of the back of his car, and then decides he runs back to the checkpoint. He slides a ski down the slope, which he purchased with his suit. It distracts the guards. He kills them both. He then runs into Santa's complex.
It doesn't kill a single person. Psych, he kills everybody.
Everybody.
Every single military person.
Every motherfucker.
Every single military person. Like, how?
How do you do it?
They suck.
He killed an entire platoon. And attacked some elves, too.
Luckily, he didn't kill any elves. That's when we would have turned off the movie.
Well, yeah, we would have turned it off.
Can't kill an elf.
You can't kill an elf. Can't kill. That's like killing a unicorn. You can't do it.
Can't
J.K.
they?
Rowling, you dumb bitch.
So he kills everybody that's outside, kind of, and then he runs into the main building where they're facilitating the government supplies.
He blows it up. He blows it and he kills everybody that's down there, too.
Okay, this is how incompetent they are. He goes in there and he's shooting them up, and then he's hiding. People know about him now. They've called in backup. The backup just charges into the room. Excuse me, you know he's in there shooting people. You got to be a little more stealth, or you got to at least
shoots
look.
Them.
They open the door, run in.
Foreman 7, the elf, he calls Santa on the phone.
Yeah.
Santa was doing the hanky pank with Mrs. Claus.
Oh yeah, he was getting some.
So this is what he, so he missed all the gunshots outside while he was,
He just thought those were fireworks.
They thought he thought they were celebrating his hanky pank. So he now comes outside with 2 pistols and has a little showboat with the assassin. And they have a little where they're shooting at each other from far away. Santa gets a hit on him, and there's a ton of blood spilling out of Assassin Man. Santa then charges up to the log pile he's hiding behind, and they sneak around it for a while, and then he clubs him in the face with a bit of wood.
Yep.
He picked up a bit of wood, and he clubs him with it, and then guns are getting thrown on the ground, and then Santa tackles him, and he's like, "Stop it! It's over now!" And then this is where we find out that Assassin Man with a heart of gold for hamsters has a sword attached to his goddamn shin, and he stabs Santa like 6 times with his shin sword.
How did that happen?
He's got a shin sword. So he stabs 6 times with his shin sword. Then Mrs. Claus comes out and shoots him. Then he chases her, and he hits her once with a shot. And then he chases her into the house, and then she shoots him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And he dies. Then she goes outside and cries with Santa for a while, and all the elves are like, "Oh."
Well, she didn't really cry. She was just like, she knew he was going to be okay.
Get up, Chris. Get up. And the assassin even double tapped him. He shot him in the head after he stabbed him with the sword.
Yeah, right through the eye.
Turns out you can't double tap Santa. You got to triple tap.
Yeah, you got a triple tap. Santa
shot him right through the fucking eye.
Santa's good.
Santa's a fucking man. He's a man.
He's magic.
You can't say that word.
What?
They never say it in the movie. You can't say that word.
All right, I'll bleep it out.
It's the giving that keeps him young. It's not magic. It's not magic. This is a very grounded universe.
Very grounded.
There's no.
I mean, I can't even say that no one's been shot in the eye before and lived. I'm sure that's happened.
Absolutely, that's definitely happened.
It's happened to me.
That's science. That's lizard science.
Okay. We don't like lizards. We like hamsters.
Oh yeah, this is a hamster film. This is a hamster film, not a lizard film. I'm sorry.
So, I don't know. Everyone's fine.
Yeah.
Except
I mean, Santa's a little beat up, and he goes to threaten little Billy, who's about to kill his grandma.
Oh, we didn't even talk about little Billy for a second because little Billy, he's so surprised he got cold. But let me just run down his offenses. He hires a hitman. He cheats on his shit. He threatens his classmate, but also what he does is steal checks from his granny and to pay hitman. But I'm assuming he's throwing out a shit ton of money. Anyways, grandma's on the phone with her accountant or something. How is that much missing? Find the checks, check the signatures.
We're gonna break the rat's neck.
Yeah, we're gonna break the rat's neck. He's like, oh, we're not doing that. So he puts a bunch of pills in the milk and is about to take it to her. And the Santa barges in, and that's when this scene happens. Oh, I thought you were gonna take it away.
Do you want me to take it away?
I got it. So they come in, and Santa takes the milk, chugs it, and he's like, "What was the drug? I don't even know." He was like,
"Poison drug, huh? That'll do the trick.
Some medicine name, I don't know." And he's just like, "That'll do the trick."
Poison pill drug, extra OD stuff.
Oxycontin. That'll do it.
Definitely was not Oxycontin.
It was ketamine or something. Was that it? What is that? Is that meth?
Put a big yes here if that was it.
We don't fact check here.
No.
So I got this. So he sits down and waifu unwraps his eyeball so he can have an intimidating stare down. He's like, "Look in my eye, Billy."
Because he had a bullet through his eye recently.
Yeah, so it was like a bleh. So he's sitting there. He's like, "Look at me." Now, if you ever even sneeze wrong, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get you. You better not make anybody feel bad ever again. Got it?
Billy's like,
Okay, Santa. And then all is well.
Then they go back to the north. They're rebuilding the workshop, and the government isn't talking to Santa about their dead platoon at all for whatever reason. And everything's still fine, and we've forgotten about the money issues completely.
Well, he got that good check, so I'm sure that's enough.
But Santa has decided to take a more hands-on approach to the coal-getting children. He's going to scare them now.
Which makes sense. That'll make them all better, so he could liven up his production, and then they'll get the money.
So come back next year to the sequel, Krampus.
Yeah. Or Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Belschnickel is here. You've been impish?
Oh, The Office is a dumb show.
Ah!
I like it. it's dumb, but I like it.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's a fair way to describe it. All right.
So that's the film. That's Fatman. Closing the
That's
book
it.
on Fatman. Who was your favorite character in Fatman?
My favorite character was the Hitman.
Because he was a bad boy with a heart of fuzz.
Yeah, well, he had that fun little driving montage. I feel like he was like the comedic relief in a way, like because of the montage, the yelling at the clerk.
He absolutely went up and down. Like he had some great moments.
It was a good time watching him try and find Santa Claus.
Honestly, I thought Mel Gibson did a great job as Santa. I was
He
shocked.
did.
I think for the first time ever on Who Suggested This Podcast, the main character is also my favorite character.
Wow.
Pew, pew, pew. Congratulations.
Was that like a bird noise? Or an alarm?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
I was making noises. I don't know. I was hoping I didn't think they were gonna be broken down. I'm feeling a little impish.
Impish. No, Mel Gibson was a great badass Santa. He was very good at that. Okay, I had a thought in the middle of the movie, and it just came back to me. I'm ready to share it. What if Mel Gibson was Santa, as he was, and then Nicolas Cage was the Hitman? I think that'd be so damn fun.
Oh, that would be fun. I'm okay. We can put Mel Gibson and Nick Cage in any film. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for. I think the world's ready for that.
Has that happened? No.
Let us know in the comments if Nick Cage and Mel Gibson have ever Kevin Bacon.
If they have, you have to
suggest that
movie.
And in fact, I'm going to assume, just by you telling us what the title of it was, that it was a suggestion. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
Wow.
I've added it to the list if it exists, and I haven't if it does not.
I wonder if there's any fun facts.
Fun facts with Dakota.
Meow. These aren't really fun.
They're not fun. No fun facts with Dakota.
Wow. Sometimes you just don't got any, you know?
I mean, the movie was fun. It was a fun ride. I suggest this movie to you.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I've spoiled the whole plot to you, but it's still fun. Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
If you're still listening at this point and you haven't seen it, I don't know, turn it on in the background while you're cooking.
I disagree. I think hearing it is enough. It'll kind of be boring if you already know what's going on.
Oh. So the movie is half recommended to you. Have fun.
Or just don't listen. Go watch it right now.
Oh, yeah. Unlisten to the podcast. Suck it back out of your brain, which everyone knows humans can do. Suck the podcast back out of your brain like humans can do.
Yeah.
Go watch the film and then come back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah. Hi.
That's how we get double hits. Genius.
Ingenious.
Wow, we're going to be so popular. Instead of 30 listens, we'll have... Carry the 2... 60!
That's so cool.
That's twice as many! Ah! If this video gets 60 listens, I'll do another.
Do another what?
Podcast.
Okay. We're not doing another one until we hit 60. So, hey, it's the week of Christmas.
It's the big.
Watch, hang out with your family, play this for your family.
Definitely play this in front of your whole family. Everybody turn it on the main TV on your smart TV. Y'all have smart TVs. Put it on your smart TV in the living room for your whole family while everybody pulls it up on their phones at the same time. And then everybody watch it. Make sure you're synced up so that you don't have weird audio distortion. Everybody watch it with your family instead of hanging out with your family because no one wants to do that. You're welcome.
You're welcome. And then you give us a Christmas present.
Yeah. And then
That's
give
so
us a
cute.
Christmas present.
Oh, no, that was the Christmas present.
And then give us a Christmas present.
Give us a Christmas present.
Thank you. Wait, what suggest things to us. That's a better Christmas present.
No, we don't have too many more times of the.
I think this is our last Christmas episode, Dakota.
There is one more week of December, but you could suggest a Happy New Year's movie. Do you know?
JR, are you listening?
Do you know Happy New Year's movies?
Do you know any JR?
Just let us know.
No.
Let us know.
Let us know.
But just start suggesting your normal movies. We'll be back to that list here soon.
Back to normal movies.
And we won't have a little holiday and for a minute. And
Easter.
Valentine's Day.
St.
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's
Which
Day.
should be Leprechaun in Space if anybody wants
that one's been on the list forever.
Put it on the list.
I just need one of you. One of you fucking bite the bullet and put it on the list.
But yeah, just send in your normal suggestions. Drake.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Socials?
Good job. You did it.
Instagram, Twitter, DMs, Discord, a website. All of which are some variation of who suggested this. I promise.
You'll find it.
There's links. If you're watching and if you're listening, I'm pointing below me. So links down below.
Links down below.
They're down there.
All right. Soon we won't even have to say it. They'll just know.
They'll just suggest.
They'll just know.
They'll just suggest.
Just know how to do it.
They'll just know how to suggest.
Yes.
What if they've never seen an episode? What if this is the first one?
Or listened.
What if this is the first episode? What if you're just now coming in?
Hi, welcome.
Hi, I'm Drake.
I'm Dory.
This is Dory. Drake and Dory, the double D's. This is our signing off. Goodbye. Goodbye.